Hey everyone, have you been hunting for a metal workshop tool that can actually weld, cut, and clean without turning your garage into a science lab? If you've been Googling for something that just works and doesn't demand a PhD in metallurgy, the xTool MetalFab 1200w 3-in-1 laser welding machine might be exactly what you need. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I picked one up last month to replace my old MIG welder and spot cleaner, and honestly, the difference is night and day. The first thing that stood out was the zero learning curve. I'm not a certified welder, I'm a hobbyist who likes building small steel shelves and fixing bike frames. Within an hour I had the MetalFab dialed in for thin sheet metal and was making clean, slag-free welds. The machine walks you through power settings on the touchscreen, so you don't have to memorize amperage charts or gas mixes. That alone saved me a ton of frustration. Another big win is the 3 tools in one box. Need to slice through 6mm steel plate for a new workbench? Flip it to cutting mode, set the speed, and let it rip. Want to remove rust or old paint before welding? Switch to cleaning mode, raster the beam, and the surface comes up like new. I've even used the same head to deburr edges after plasma cutting, one less step and one less tool cluttering the shop. If you're tight on space or just hate swapping out equipment, this thing is a game saver, literally. Power-wise, 1200 watts is serious business. I ran a 3mm stainless joint yesterday and the bead looked like it came off a professional rig. The laser focus stays tight, so you get minimal heat-affected zone and almost no warping on thin stock. That matters when you're trying to keep sheet metal flat for cabinet panels or art projects. I also ran a quick lap joint on mild steel with zero burn-through, which is rare for a budget setup. Safety is built in without being annoying. The enclosure has interlocks, a proper exhaust port, and the Class 1 laser rating means you don't need a separate room or goggles for basic work. I still wear my Shade 5 glasses when I'm pushing higher power, but for everyday jobs the safeguards are right there and you can focus on the work instead of the warnings. One surprise benefit I wasn't expecting was the built-in air assist. It keeps the lens clean and blows away smoke so you can actually see the puddle. That alone cut my cleanup time in half compared to my old stick welder. I also like the foot pedal. It gives you fine control over pulse width when you're doing delicate fillet welds on thin aluminum or copper. Now, nothing's perfect. The machine is heavy, about 110 pounds, so rolling it around on a shop cart is a two-person job. If you're in a small apartment or basement, you'll need a dedicated spot. Also, the 1200W head is great for up to 6mm steel, but if you're cutting 12mm plate regularly you'll still want a plasma cutter for speed. It's not a replacement for every tool, but for the majority of light fabrication it covers a lot of ground. All in all, if you've been searching for a single machine that can weld, cut, and clean without a steep learning curve, the xTool MetalFab is worth a look. It's not some fragile hobby toy, it's built for daily use and backed by xTool support and warranty. Check it out using the link below if you want to see the current price and specs. For most buyers, the real question is not whether xTool MetalFab 1200w 3-in-1 laser welding machine, welding, cutting, cleaning sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like 3-in-1 metal workshop weld, cut and clean with the STOL and industrial power, flawless professional welds, the MetalFab actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement were off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like xTool MetalFab 1200w 3-in-1 laser welding machine, welding, cutting, cleaning usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.